All right, let's dive into a trading strategy that's all about one thing: simplicity. Seriously, it's designed to cut right through all that market complexity and help you focus on a single, clear signal.
You know, the source for this explainer opens with this line, and it just hits you, right? Drowning in information is a choice. It perfectly captures the challenge so many of us face, and it reframes this idea of information overload into something we can actually get a handle on.
And that problem is noise. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that constant flood of charts, indicators, news headlines, and opinions all over social media. It's so easy to get lost in all of it, and that either leads to analysis paralysis, where you do nothing, or even worse, you make these impulsive, emotional decisions.
So that brings us to a really important question. What if you could build a filter? You know, a simple system to just tune out all that noise and zero in on the only piece of information you actually need to make a decision. Well, that solution is called the box strategy, and its entire purpose is to be the antidote to that information overload. It gives you this clean visual framework to guide your entire trading day.
This is what I absolutely love about how our source material puts it. This is not some crazy, complex algorithm. It's a simple morning routine. So straightforward, they say your grandma could master it. And that just immediately makes this whole thing feel way more approachable, not intimidating at all.
Okay, so how does it actually work? Let's get practical and see how you build this thing. We're going to walk through the exact mechanics of creating what is essentially your daily focus zone.
It really is this simple. So at the start of your day, you look at the chart for the previous day's trading. Step 1, find the highest price that was reached. Step 2, find the lowest price. And step 3, you just draw a rectangle connecting those 2 points. That's it. That's your box.
And this is where the philosophy behind it really shines. That box you just drew, that's your entire world for the day. Any price movement, any headline, any chatter happening outside of that box is just irrelevant. It's noise that you can now systematically and without guilt ignore.
Now, drawing the box is the easy part. The real discipline, the key to making this whole thing work, is all about how you act on it. And this brings us to the most crucial rule of the entire strategy, and it all comes down to patience.
Okay, here is the absolute critical point. You have to fight your first impulse. When the price hits the top of that box, everything in you is going to scream buy. When it hits the bottom, you're going to want to sell. The strategy is crystal clear. You never do this. You don't buy or sell just because it touched the boundary. You do nothing. You wait for one specific event.
Which, of course, leads to the most logical next question, right? If we aren't buying or selling at the edges, what in the world are we waiting for? What is this rejection the whole strategy is built on?
A rejection is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's when the price tries to break out of the box, but it fails. It gets pushed back. So on a chart, this might look like a candlestick with a really long wick or a tail that pokes through the line, but the main body of the candle closes back inside the box. That failure to break through is your signal. It suggests the momentum is stalled out and the price might be about to head back the other way.
So let's kind of wrap this all up and bring it back to the main takeaway. The entire point of this strategy, from drawing that simple box to patiently waiting for a rejection, is to give you a clear, repeatable system for separating the valuable signal from all that distracting noise.
So if you remember anything from this, let it be this 3-step routine. Number 1, find yesterday's high and low. Number 2, draw your box. And number 3, and this is the hardest part, wait for a rejection at one of the boundaries. That's your signal. Simple as that.
You know, ultimately, this is as much a psychological tool as it is a technical one. Why does it work? Because it just dramatically reduces your mental workload. By defining your little sandbox for the day, you're not trying to analyze the entire market. You're fighting off decision fatigue because you have a simple, predefined plan. It's all about stripping away everything that doesn't matter so you can focus all your energy on what does.
And that leaves us with a final thought. This idea of just drawing a box to create focus, it's incredibly powerful. So think about it for a second beyond the charts. Where in your own life could a simple box of rules help you ignore all the noise and focus on what truly moves the needle?